Hi everyone, it's 2026. We're in the new year, and if you have a child between birth and 8 years old, I need to tell you something. This phase right now will really be over before you realize it. I know it doesn't feel that way, when you're in the middle of a tantrum at the grocery store, when you're in the middle of a power struggle, when your child is sick for the third time in the month, when bedtime is taking 2 hours, when you haven't sat down all day. In those moments, parenting just feels like daily firefighting, like how you're just trying to survive. But here's what I've learned. 10 years from now, you will not remember the tantrums. You won't remember the sleepless nights or the endless illnesses. You're going to remember these small, beautiful moments, the traditions you started, the silly rituals that became your thing, the times you just paused and you enjoyed your children because they are only children for a very short time. And the traditions we build now, they shape everything. They shape their childhood memories. They shape how safe and loved they feel. They also shape the kind of parent they're going to become one day. So today, I want to invite you to do something very different in 2026. Instead of just surviving, just daily firefighting, let's create some simple traditions that will make this year and your every year something that your child remembers forever. They are not complicated. They don't cost you any money. They don't require much planning. They just require presence. And I promise you, these small moments will become the big memories. So stay with me. If you are a parent with a child under 8 and you want to actually enjoy this phase instead of just surviving it, this video is for you. Welcome back to my channel, parents. I am Ankita Bagri Chandak. I'm a Montessori educator, a positive parenting and neuroscience coach. And this channel is where we simplify parenting by using science-backed strategies that you can actually apply every single day with your children in your small moments. Let me tell you something very important. Your child might not remember those expensive toys, but they will remember the rituals, the small, consistent moments where they felt close to you. I've realized my child has even forgotten those beautiful vacations. But the everyday moments where my child feels seen, where she feels belonged, I think that is what's building childhood. And that is what I want to help you create, right? So here are 10 simple traditions that you can start in 2026. Some are daily, some are monthly, some are yearly. You can pick one, you can pick 3, you can pick all, you can do whatever feels right to your family. But I urge you to start something, because when you look back at this year, I want you to have moments that you held on to. Let this year not just be about survival, but joy. All right. Let's start with tradition number 1. The morning snuggle before your daily rush to get ready starts, before they go to school or get outside the room. Just 5 more minutes in bed together, just staying there, maybe talking, maybe just be silent, just being close. My daughter's 6 now, and every morning she climbs into bed with me. We don't talk about anything. We don't plan. We just lie there, her head on my shoulder. She's basically on top of me, my arm around her. And I know one day she might not want to do this anymore. One day she might be too old, too busy, too independent. But right now, this is our thing. And when she's 20, I'm telling you, she will remember this, She might not remember some big holiday. She might not remember the toy. She might not remember what we got her for 2026. But she will remember that my mama hugged me every morning, right? Tradition 2. Friday night game night. Okay, no screens, no distractions, board games, card games, even silly made-up games. We started this last year, right? Every Friday after dinner, we play. And we play fair, okay? Sometimes it's Uno, sometimes it's just building blocks, sometimes it's just some silly challenges, sometimes it's just family pillow fight session. And here's what happens, okay? My daughter in that moment laughs in a way she doesn't laugh at any other time, She's silly, she's present, and she's just a child, and I get to be silly too. I'm not the parent who's always managing and, who's in a coaching moment, or I'm just someone who's playing with her. So that 1 hour a week is sacred, protected, enjoy it in 2026. Tradition 3, let it be a monthly tradition where you take your child somewhere new. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be food related or a cafe. It can just be a new park, a new neighborhood, a market you've never been to. It could be a temple. It could be a library, a flower market. The point isn't where you go. The point is exploring together. And, I'm calling it the adventure day. And now at the beginning of every month, I'm going to be asking my daughter, where's our adventure this month? And sometimes it's just going to be a nature trail. It could be a local fort. It could be, like I said, the markets. It's just going to be walking and probably through parts of the city where we've never ventured before, but it's something different, right? It's experiential. And these are the stories that she might be telling people. Remember when we went to that flower market early in the morning at 6 a.m. and, we found those beautiful flowers and we got back home for the puja. She might remember that, So you can start your own adventure in 2026. Tradition 4, and we do this any which way, bedtime reflections every night before sleep. You can ask your child some questions. What made you the happiest today? What made you sad or frustrated today? What are you grateful for today? That's it. Just 3 questions. These are so open-ended. I'm telling you, this does 2 things. 1, it is going to teach your child emotional awareness. They learn to go through their day, figure out what happened, name their feelings. And 2, it creates space for connection. Some of the most important conversations I've had with my daughter have happened during bedtime reflections. She tells me things she wouldn't tell me during the day because it's quiet, it's calm, it's just us. And over time, these reflections, they become a record, a record of their childhood, their fears, their joys, their growth. And I plan to journal back after my conversation with her. So I kind of know what she was going through in this moment. So you can start this in 2026. We're done with 5. Let's go. 5 more left. The birthday interview. I've been meaning to do this every year on their birthday, record a video or write down their answers to the same questions. What's your favorite color? What do you think you want to be when you grow up? What's making you the happiest right now? Who's your favorite human being? What's your favorite food? What do you love about our family? Same questions every year, kind of like a time capsule, and one day when they're 18 or 20, you show them all the videos. You watch them change, you watch them grow. They get to see who they were. And I think it's beautiful. I just cry even while thinking about this. So you can start this in 2026. I wish I had started it earlier, but I'm going to start this in 2026, you can do it with me. Number 6, the Sunday slow morning. No rushing, no agenda. Sleeping in if you want. Make pancakes together. Sit in pajamas together. Let the morning be slow. I think we sometimes rush in the mornings, even when we don't want to. And I just feel it takes a little intention to slow down. What if one morning a week, you just didn't? You are a human being, right? So just be, don't do anything. Don't become a human doing. That's what I want to say. Just spend together. We do this a couple of Sundays. It just feels light. It feels like breathing. We read, we play, we eat, and it resets you for the entire week. So this is something you could start in 2026. Tradition number 7, the yearly letter. I've been doing this on birthdays. On their birthday, you could even do this on New Year. You can just write your child a letter. You can tell them what you love about them right now. You can tell them what you noticed about their growth this year, what you're proud of them, what you hope for them. You can seal it. You can keep it. And one day, maybe when they're 18 or maybe when they have their own children, you can pass them all the letters. Imagine reading 17 letters from your parent, one from every year of your childhood. Isn't that one of the most amazing gifts we can give our children? I think it is, because it tells you how you were loved through each of those years, how seen you were. It's a gift that's going to last a lifetime. And if you haven't done this already, start this in 2026. Tradition number 8, and I really wish to do this. It's on my list, cooking together. Not fancy meals, not Instagram-worthy food, just simple cooking, cracking eggs, stirring, soaking stuff, making a dosa, making a mess, just them pouring batters, getting their hands dirty. And I think it's just funny because when you're baking, there's so many conversations happening. There's a little, sugar on her, chin, or it's just learning. It's more connection. So I think years from now, your children will make food for their children, and I think they will always remember the Sunday mornings they had with you, or the Saturday morning dinners or breakfast that you made together. So you can start this. Number 9, I think one of the easiest to do Get a jar, get a gratitude jar, keep it somewhere visible. Anytime something good happens, big or small, write it on a slip of paper, put it in the jar. It could just be, I laughed so hard today. I learned to ride my bike today. We saw a rainbow today. We went to the park today. It was so fun. At the end of the year, you can open the jar together as a family. You can read every single note. You can relive the year. Remember the good. Because here's the thing about parenting, the hard moments feel huge in the moment, right? When you look back, it's really the good moments that you hold on to. I think that's the fact for me. So the gratitude jar really helps you remember them, and you can start this in 2026. Tradition 10, the annual family photo. I do this but in different spots, but I really want to do same spot, same time, same year. It could be your front door, could be your tree in your colony, could be your living room couch. Same backdrop, a photo every year to really watch everyone grow, watch your family change. I've taken photos, but I think they've been in different backdrops, and I really wish I had done this in the same corner, right? I think it's beautiful to see these photos, to just acknowledge how things change, right? So you can start this in 2026. Now, let me tell you why this really matters. Parenting young children is hard. Okay, there are tantrums, there are illnesses, there are sleepless nights, there are moments where you feel like you're failing. It just feels exhausting. But those moments fade, all right? Those hard moments, they fade. What doesn't fade are traditions, the rituals, the small, consistent moments where your children feel loved, they feel safe, they're seen, they will carry it to their grave, you will carry it to your grave. I'm talking about the core memories that stay forever. And those are the moments that might shape the kind of parents your children become one day. And we forget this, we're not just raising children, we are actually also raising future parents, right? So the way we parent them, the traditions we create, the presence we offer, the love we show, that is really what they're going to pass on. So if you're exhausted, overwhelmed, and wondering if any of this matters, I'm telling you it does. I've done few of them during the past years, the slow Sunday mornings, the gratitude notes, the silly games, it all matters. And here's what I want you to feel going into 2026. Permission to enjoy this, permission to slow down, to just let go and just be present, because they are only this little once. And one day, sooner than you think, they will not climb into your bed in the morning. They will not want to cook with you. They might be grown up. They're going to move out. They will not ask you for one more story. They're only little for a very long time, and you'll wish you could go back. So don't wait. Start now and pick one tradition from this list and start. And I wish you a very, very, very happy new year. And I'm truly excited for all of us to see what this year holds for us. Lots of love. This is what we do in our family. I hope you can do this in yours.